was on a plane next to him, and I'd been thinking about some things and dating my girlfriend for a long time, and I was talking about thinking about marriage, and he had some good advice for me. He talked about his family and his kids and how they're kind of your legacy and they're going to be the ones that are around. So I took it to heart and I proposed, and I'm getting married in a week to Shauna here. You're all invited. He's always been very helpful. As you've heard tonight, when I needed a car, he gave me Corey's car. When I wanted to bring Sean out on a pontoon, he loaned us a pontoon and let us hang out in his backyard afterwards. And I apologize for making you be the designated driver at your own birthday party. Anyway, I wanted to end on a high note, but I don't have a big finale, so Aluma trailer.
You talk about the videos. When we first started videos in high school, Terry took off. He loved making videos. He loved being in front of the camera. We started a rap game. And he was called Big T. There was other people, we had Big Z, and I was in the background. Like,
hey, who's the best?
Yeah. Big T! But yeah, Big T would get out there and he'd be throwing out gang signs and stuff and dancing around.
Prove it.
Wish I had the video. I probably have it somewhere.
Sounds like fake news to me.
We didn't only make those videos. We made other videos. Yeah. I don't know if you guys heard about the MC Hammer video. Me, Mike, and Terry. I think Tim was there too, right?
No, I was not. No, I was not.
We were all doing the MC Hammer, getting down with the MC Hammer, That was one of our funny videos. And we also made Barbie doll videos.
What?
We had them wrestling around, and we had them, they had the still photos, and they'd wrestle, and they'd throw down another Barbie doll. They were pretty good. We were pretty good at what we did. But yeah, Terry loved the video camera. We'd take the video camera wherever we could go. We'd be taking videos. He'd try to cut it, splice it, however you wanted, just to make it look good, He loved doing it. I saw something here in the crowd. He just took it out. Corey had a toilet paper in his nose.
I did.
Your dad used to do that all the time.
Sinus infection.
Every time we'd play football, he'd have one in his nose. He'd still have it in there, but it'd be all bloody. He was known for that.
If only he could have used that toilet paper for the other end. And done it the correct way. Very shy man in front of the camera, this one. Modest, you might say. You'd be wrong, but you might say. Which leads me to this story. It was Father's Day. We were celebrating Father's Day as we often do or did back in the day. This day was a day we decided to golf. Somewhere around 27 hole. Well, not quite 27. It seems we didn't make it all the way to the end. The reason we didn't, well, it's a long story. I remember most of it clearer than the others because, well, I drove. And that's all I'll say about that. You can infer what you will, what those who weren't driving were doing while we were golfing, in addition to golfing. But at some point, someone got a great idea. While heading down a cart path sidewalk with a 90-degree turn. A wager was offered, brother to brother. I wasn't one of them. I won't say who it was. It was something along the lines of, but you can't do this. And what that was make the turn. Not so much just make the turn, but make the turn with the transmission in neutral, going down this hill at a high rate of speed, and take that 90 degree, the physics involved with this. It didn't work as planned, I suspect. I was up on the tee box, and I heard I can't make the noise I heard, and then a crash, and I thought, okay, clubs went flying. I could tell that sound, but it sounded a lot worse. So, hopped in the golf cart, rode down the hill, looked, there's the golf cart upside down, a fence in shreds. Two brothers lying on the ground. One of them not able to move. Ah! I think I broke my pelvis. Call 911. And the two other brothers got out and called, and the one not being integrated, I did.
Shin bone. It wasn't the pelvis. It was my shin bone.
I didn't make the call first. The other one did. He got a hold of 911. Dispatch, what's your emergency? I think we have someone with a broken shin bone. In the meantime, he got up, rubbed some dirt on it. Said, I'm good. Call him off. So we did. So if you ever have to call 911 and you're afraid to do it because they're just going to show up, not necessarily. We called them off. We said, oh, evidently everything's all right. Not the golf cart. Not the golf clubs or the canopy. They weren't all right.
Oh, my leg.
But he was. Well, he wasn't exactly all right. We are in New Richland, not now, but then. And I thought, we need to go to the hospital. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, dude, have you looked at your leg? He's like, well, what do you mean? I said, I don't think you're going to be able to just put a bandage on that. In my professional medical opinion, as a matter of fact, I think we ought to get help. But, of course, not in Waseca, it's out of network. We'll go to Mankato. We'll be fine. There didn't appear to be any arterial bleeding. I have this in motion picture form. I decided not to show that. Because, the question has to be asked. Wait a minute. You went from New Richland to Mankato to the ER. Why do you have this picture? Oh, I'll tell you why. Hey, hold on. Stop off at my house. I'm like, we're going to get like a dressing or a bandage, or is his wife going to help him? He's like, no. I got to look at the camera. I got to get it on video. Yeah, no, he's doing that. That's what I'm not showing you with the... So we had to get some of this comment about him loving himself in front of the camera. Oh, not the comment about him loving himself. That's a different roast. Yeah, it's true. It's true. So, the reason this brought that to mind was we went to the hospital. We were in the ER. I'm standing there with Terry, again, the only one that was really articulate in any way, shape, or form. And not only because of vocabulary, I mean for other reasons. And he's standing there and goes, all right, when they ask, tell them I was riding my motorcycle in the backyard. And I popped a wheelie, and I fell over on me. They don't give a shit what you did. If you tell them you tipped over the golf cart, I don't think it's going to be any different, the treatment you receive, than if you were in your backyard popping wheelies on your motorcycle. But he was adamant. You got to tell him it was a motorcycle. Yeah, all right. We'll tell him it was a motorcycle. Over the years, this has become affectionately known as the
Shark bite.
The shark bite. So if you ever hear reference of Terry being bitten by a shark, there's the evidence. His shark bite.
I had relatives in Kansas that wondered what coast I was on. Don't lie. After getting the email.
And then a week later, he started to expelled pieces of the fence from his leg, no lie, toothpick size. It's like, yeah, another one came out. Of course, it was Mayo PR, right? Yeah, this just seems to happen a lot. It pops up every now and again in the pictures. People send me snaps from around the lake and around the county, just unsolicited. None of these words are mine. No disrespect to you lady folks out there, but I don't know who this is. That lady. And of all the places to ensure you get your sunscreen, the upper lip is number one, people. You're going to want to walk around town with a white film on your upper lip at all times, if at all possible. Never one to make fun of other people's shortcomings or things he thought they'd done wrong, like build their stairways or have their ceilings too low.
Hands the furniture there, people. Watch your head.
Public service announcement, PSA. Because you know he is pretty tall. How tall?
5'10" 3/4 in the morning.
I got no words. I didn't take the picture. It was just sent to me anonymously. Which brings to me another observation. Tip number 5. While receiving a gift of any type, first inspect it thoroughly. Shake it for a long, long time. That applies many times, but here for gifts, shake it for a large amount of time, and then guess what's inside? Failure to do so will result in a shorter amount of time that people are looking at you and paying attention to you. In turn, taking away from all the great attention you're getting. Stick your tongue out if at all possible.
Thousand bucks, still riding.
Open it first, Dan. Dan!
Shut up! I'm trying to think.
And back to the parenting theme. If this would have been a few years later, it would have been shut up you. But it was just shut up.
Look at that. Oh,
To bring this a little bit more current, there are oftentimes some jabbering back and forth amongst friends and family and teammates about their prowess at fantasy football. Terry always wanted to let other people know what he's thinking.
it's pepper power.
Had the thoughtfulness to send this out to everyone. Of course, his name, I had to say Terry here because if it just said winners win, you never would have guessed it was him. That's Terry's team. This week, people, I will be pecked pounding my brothers. He's just not that good with the English language. In both fantasy football leagues that we all three play in together. I believe, I don't know if there's anything better than you wanted to say pecker pounding, but that is. And of course, my observation is always classic. Terry. So Terry incidentally hasn't won a game in either of his leagues yet.
Not yet. I believe.
So no sooner did this get offered up to the entire football world to see than he played both of his brothers in the same week. To an outcome that, well, you can see right there.
Hey, Bitch Waffle was close.
So those are his two fantasy football names, Bitch Waffle and Winners Win. He actually changes them about every other week, but that's what we're going with right now. I got nothing.
However, Biscuit Whispers.
Hey. It's thoughtful and provocative. Which brings me to another observation. Not so much me, but another friend of the man of the hour. Food. see you hand out hot dogs at your parties. Right? I mean, that's the dispenser at his house. Oh, you gotta get him that way. And he's gonna serve them to you.
Bless you. Thank you.
Hey, last time here, Bruce Dog back. Last observation and a quick comment. Really sad I can't be there tonight for the epic roast of Terry Weston. It's where I'd really like to be tonight. I'd love to be there, but I've got something going on tomorrow, so I'm going to have to not go. You know where I don't want to be? Standing behind Terry at a potluck buffet line when he takes the last 4 brownies in the pan, turns around and looks at you and says, "Oh, sorry, did I take them brownies? My bird." Hey, Terry, just because you can shove 4 brownies in your mouth doesn't mean you should. And have a great night. Hope you blow the doors off. Stay you. Do what you gotta do. In your mouth.
Awkward silence.
Because we needed to see that.
Hey, that's Sarah. She's here.
Interesting one here sent to me by a friend. Volume up. Fell asleep with a flosser in his mouth to a narcolepsy medication commercial. Classic. With what looks to be a box of donuts right by his elbow.
Oh, those are them cookies from Bill.
Good tunes tonight, folks. If you're going to head uptown, good tunes, good time. Terry, never one to shy away from a microphone or music, has been known to do some things at some concerts and some other venues. This probably somewhere along the lines of the more tame ones. He will let you know when he does well. Loudly.
That's a spare, people, if you didn't know.
And what's a strike look like?
Like that. Just like that.
And what are the words that follow it?
Suck it.
You got a good one there, Tanya. I don't know. He experiments from time to time, and sometimes takes pictures of his experiments.
My ears clip on earring.
He's been exploring some piercings lately.
Laser tag. Come on.
Laser tag. Which brings me to this. There's been one person that stood up in the whole crowd that have an ops. One. Come on, people.
I'll go.
Oh, me.
Wait a minute. Hey! Yeah, okay.
Can you bring back the slide
Rock
with
paper.
Joe on it?
Sit there.
Get up front, Steve.
This slide with
The
Joe
last-
on it.
Thing that we just
Oh, there we go.
not this.
There's Joe.
One of the last videos or the picture that you saw was when we were at volleyball. It was state volleyball. And speaking of no shirts and everything else that goes on during the whole thing, this is in my best era. So I had a flannel and then I had a vest, because that was cool. It wasn't really. But that's my wife. Anyways, long story short, we were going through the entire night playing croquet or bowling or whatever else that we did. And we got to the end and we went into this place where there was a big old dance party with a band going on. And I'm sitting there in the corner watching Dylan dancing with some gal, whatever, and Terry just comes up, rips off his shirt, so he's sitting there and the bouncer's like, "Get him out of here!"
that's Terry's shirt. Get him out of here as well. Ah, I had a vest. Took out my vest, Terry put it on, and we made it through the rest of the night.
You almost said that was a good shirt I ripped it.
Yeah, I do remember that. I had to come back to this photo because I don't know how to say this nicely. There's commercials out there that do, find your relatives, 23andme.com. There's no need. We found your flowers. The only thing that I can think of, and I'll make this short right now, is that in the 70s, he must have grabbed your mom's keys out of the fishbowl or something. How you got twins out of that, I don't know, but...
That's Kim's dad. It's complicated. Sometimes things aren't so complicated. Weren't those the days?
Rest in peace, Chico. That's good.
And I didn't recognize that when I put that up there. Yeah. So I will mirror those sentiments. Actually, if you hadn't said a word, no one would have noticed. This is later tonight. Up at the Lucky Lure. The bandana's in the Jeep. He'll be driving his Jeep. You can come along with him. He'll pull you in. What are those trailers called?
Aloma crab.
Okay. Aloma crab. Who dropped the St. Peter sinker? This will also be later tonight at the Lucky Lure. And then in closing, what I'd like to leave you with outside of that facial expression is again, thanks for you showing up. This is, all kidding aside, right? This is an important event, not just here, but all of them that happen across this country. There are many of you who have worn or are wearing bracelets of different colors. By all rights, right now I should be wearing two, pink and white. I only have the pink one on. In the past I've worn green, I've worn purple. I don't like these goddamn bracelets. I just don't. I have the Western fashion sense too. I mean, obviously, right? But you know that's not what these are for. And although there was good food and frivolity and friends here, the purpose of this is important. It is. Again, I know that it's top of mind for many of us. It's in the back for some. Hopefully that's where it stays. That's where it should be when it's not impacting you. But I want to thank you. This was awesome to get back to the town, quite honestly. You can take the boy out of town, right? But you can't take the townie. No, wait. You can't take the town out of the boy. I'm still a Madison Lake boy. I am. It's great to be back. Thanks for having me. Thanks for listening to this. You gotta believe me, it's a small portion. And frankly, if some of it seemed a little blue, oh Lord, it's been toned down significantly. It really has. This could go on for hours. My time here is about done. What I'd like to do, panel, anyone got any closing thoughts or comments?
All right, I kind of where we started from here. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Thanks, man. And I don't know, some of this stuff is probably already going to be said, but I just wanted to say that
in the spirit of the American Cancer Society and where all your money's going and everything Relay for Life. Raffles in the back, nice. Shotgun back there, sweet ass Yeti cooler, awesome paddlefish in the case there, and the other things. Go get in on the raffle tickets, put the money towards it, not too much because I want to win that shotgun for my kid, but please give up the money and all the roasting and whatnot. And Terry's going to get up and talk here and give his 2 cents, but. No, seriously, I mean, he's an idiot, he's a dumbass, that type of thing. Everybody knows that, but he's not a good guy. Glad to have him as my good brother. All right, let's see, I'll make this real quick. Eric, you crush your wife during sex and your heart sucks. Boom, roasted. Oh, I used that one already. Tim, nice shirt, you idiot. Mike, you thought your dad was going to buy you a horse, but it was a Ford Bronco. Well, hilarious. Jesse, you're awesome. I don't have anything bad to say about you. Numbnuts, good job MCing. All right, so one last thing before, I'm going to be the one pulling the name out of the shotgun back there, so when we start to wrap this all up, rifle back there and get shoot back there and get in your thingamajigs. But I did want to just mention something on a serious note. It wasn't but maybe a month or so ago, I had a buddy that I worked with, good friend, Boyd Abbey. Was an older gentleman. He was hired a couple months after I was hired. Honestly, if he would have applied, he would have got the job. And I've been at the school going on 17 years, so I'm glad he didn't apply. But he was looking to retire, and then I contacted him to do some extra work for us. And Boyd's cut down trees in my front yard. I've known him for a long, long time. And he told me that he got diagnosed with cancer. He had it was in his eye. He had something in his eye, and they told him if they fix the eye, then it's likely going to spread. But if you don't fix the eye, you'll go blind. It's like, oh shit. So he fixed the eye, and the cancer spread. And he was still doing work for us, and good spirits. He was a farmer, just a great guy. And so he was doing work for us. He says, it's doing the treatments. It's getting worse. So I want to do my bucket list. And it's like, well, you deserve it. I mean, this guy he was a workaholic. And I think he went to Greece, and he did some of the things that he'd been putting off for a long, long time. And I told him, he handed in his stuff, and I said, well, boy, you got to keep in touch. And I said, and that was just code for, I don't want you to die, and I don't know about it. So I'd email him from time to time, and he's like, oh, no, things are good, we didn't talk about the treatment much, and it had been a few weeks. You know how it is, you get busy, and I thought, I gotta email Boyd soon. I gotta email him, and I didn't email him, and I didn't. And then I got the call from Brother Bob. He says, gotta have a meeting. The 3 brothers, we gotta meet at Dad's. Not good. Don't bring the wives. This isn't the kind of meeting you want to have. And I'm like, Christ. We speculated it's got to be cancer or he's coming out of the closet. Well, it was cancer, and Johnny has cancer in his lung and a little on his hip, and it wasn't a great Friday. And he's got his next PET scans coming up next Tuesday, so thoughts and prayers for him. But it got me thinking that Friday. It's like I gotta email Boyd, And so I emailed Boyd that Friday from Corey's house, my boy, and his lovely wife Sam. And and so I emailed, and I didn't get a response back Friday. Didn't get a response back Saturday. Didn't get a response back Sunday. Got a response back Monday. Boyd died on Sunday. And I was like, fuck, shoot. And so I got in touch with his wife and went to his celebration of life and this and that and the other thing. But that's really the first time that cancer's hit
our family, we've been pretty fortunate, and we've got other things, but puts into perspective how much this disease can, tear the shit out of some people. So, thanks for giving tonight. Hug your loved ones, and then go up to the Lord and party your ass off, right? All right, so get in on the silent raffle, or the raffle. We're going to unplug some things. I'm going to walk slowly, give you some time to put some money in. Give yourself a hand. Thanks a lot, people. Go put money in the thing. Go put money in the thing. Oh, hey, don't forget. I can pick this up. There's bingo tomorrow, people, right in this very facility. It's going to be a horseshit day tomorrow, but a horseshit day for weather is a great day for bingo. So come on down, support the Sons of the American Legion. And plenty of meat raffles. If you like bingo and meat, oh dang. Tomorrow, this is where you want to